In this lecture, we are going to learn how to solve this problem to write a computer program that will take total number of seconds as an input and then convert that total number of seconds into number of hours, number of minutes and number of seconds. So these are the outputs. Before we actually write this program, we should note down that 1 hour is equals to 60 minutes and in 1 minute there are 60 seconds. So with this we can conclude that in 1 hour there are 60 times 60, that is 3600 seconds. With this understanding, let's try to now write down a computer program to do this conversion. Okay, so let me open up my VS Code here. VS Code is open for me and this program secondconverter.c is ready for me. This is the skeleton program. I have to first of all write down what are the variables, right? So can we discuss or can you think of what are the variables that would be needed for me to actually do this or write this program? Obviously, there was one input, so I need one variable for taking the input. Total number of seconds I'll be storing in the variable called as total underscore seconds. Alright, and I need some of the variables for performing or producing the output. That is, I need to produce number of hours, I need to produce number of minutes, and I need to produce number of seconds. Okay, so these are the output variables. Now variable declaration is done. Once variable declaration is done, let's talk about how to take the input. What is the input? So I need to take from the user total number of seconds as an input. So I'll ask the user using printf. I give the message to enter total number of seconds as an input. Okay, so this is just a message and then I enter and then I scanf. I write %d because my total number of seconds is an integer value, ampersand total seconds, right? So this will save or store total number of seconds that is provided by the user in the variable total seconds. Okay, now once this is done, now I need to think of the processing phase, right? What do you do in processing? Okay, now in processing we'll have to actually convert this total number of seconds into number of hours, minutes and seconds. Okay, so to do that, first of all, let's take one example. That is, let's take a number 9692. This is a number that is total number of seconds that we would like to convert into hours, okay, minutes and seconds. Okay, so we note down first of all that in 1 hour there are 3600 seconds, isn't it? So what if I divide 9692 total number of seconds by 3600? I'll be getting the quotient, which is 2. So this is 7200. And if I subtract this, the remainder is 2492. So in this division, this quotient is nothing but total number of hours, because from 9692, if I take 7200, that means if I take 2 hours away, that is, I'll be remaining with 2492, right? So 2492 will not be able to make 1 hour. So I'm just left with 2 hours here. That is the quotient of dividing 9692 by 3600, and the remainder of this division would be my total number of remaining seconds, right? So from this remaining seconds, later I'll be able to extract total number of minutes and total number of seconds. Okay, let's try to put this in a computer program. So here I need to first extract number of hours. So this is num hours is nothing but total seconds divided by 3600, as we have done here in the example, right? So this will give me number of hours. Now what do I get in the remainder is the remaining seconds. So I'll just write remaining seconds is equals to total number of seconds mod, because this is the remainder 3600. That means if I divide total number of seconds, that is 9692 by 3600, I get 2492 as the remaining seconds. So number of hours is done. Now with this remaining seconds, that is 2492, I can actually extract number of minutes from this by dividing by 60, because we know that in 1 minute there are 60 seconds. Okay, so if I divide this by 60, what do I get as the quotient? 60 times 4 is 240. So this is 92 and this is 1 is 60 and this is 32. So what I get here is out of 2492 seconds, I get 41 minutes, right? So this is total number of minutes and the remainder is total number of seconds. Okay, so I get 32 seconds and 41 minutes. That's very simple. So now let's try to convert this in a computer program. From out of remaining seconds, I'm extracting total number of minutes as the quotient and total number of seconds as the remainder. So what I do is I'll write number of minutes is equals to from remaining seconds divided by 60. The quotient of dividing remaining seconds by 60 will yield me the total number of minutes, that is 41 here. And total number of seconds is nothing but remaining second mod 60. Okay, that will give me total number of seconds. And I am done. Okay, I need to print the final output. So I'll just write printf %d hours, %d minutes, and %d seconds. Okay, so I'll have to replace this %d with variable. So first %d corresponds to number of hours, second %d corresponds to number of minutes, and third one corresponds to number of seconds, and that's all. Okay, so this is the output. Now let's try to compile this code. Okay, so let me go here and clear my screen. First let me save this program and then compile this now. gcc second converter.c. Now what I see an error, that is remaining seconds is not declared. Okay, we did not declare this variable, right? We are just using it directly here but not declared anywhere, right? So we need to create a box, a container for actually storing the value into this variable. So first thing first is we need to declare this here before this. So I'll just write remaining seconds here, declared here. Okay, clear this screen one more time, compile this again. So no error now. Now we just run this, and then 9692 was the example. So this is 2 hours 41 minutes and 32 seconds. This is 2 hours 41 minutes and 32 seconds as you have done previously. This is how you can actually use division and modulo operator to actually solve this particular problem. Okay, so now before we end this particular lecture, I would like to discuss one very important concept with a modulo operator, that is the modulo operator does not work with floating point numbers. So here I have taken two floating points number a and b, and I would like to store the modulo of them in the answer variable. So I just write a mod b and I store that in answer, and then print that answer here by writing ans is equals to %f and then ans, right? So this would actually work, but let's see what happens here. gcc modulo.c, and now it says that this is an invalid operator. Modulo is an invalid operator. That means modulo will only work with integer variables or integer operands. If you provide any floating point operand with modulo, it will not work. This is a very important information, that modulo does not work with floating point numbers. Please make note of this, and I hope that you have understood how modulo operator works. That's all in this lecture. Stay tuned.